for not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling. I,
You,
34
can you
female,
raise the
have
volume of that a
recently
little bit?
ran into a situation with my husband, 37 male, and I'm curious about if I'm the asshole here
Loud
or
enough?
not. So me and my husband have been together
Okay.
for 8 years.
Whoops.
When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day slash escape fund if worse came to worst. My husband has never showed any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset, but the way my mom talked about it, it seemed like a no brainer to have. When me and my husband got together, we agreed I would be a stay at home wife. We are both child free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid six-figure salary, all was good until about 2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near fatal accident. Between hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost, that ate up nearly all of our savings. I took a part time job while my husband was recovering, but when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed, as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He is currently working 2 full-time jobs and Ubers on his days off to keep us afloat. Here's where I might be the asshole. I do all the expense managing, and I've continued to put money into my escape account, although I significantly decreased from $750 a month to $200 a month. My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because of all the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option, as I had spent years making our house a home and offered to go back to work. He tried to be nice, but basically told me that me going back to work wouldn't make enough. After an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw I had regular reoccurring withdrawals leading back years and asked me about it. I broke down and revealed my money to him, which now sits at $47,000. After I told him all of this, he just broke down sobbing. His point of view is I treated him like a predator and hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said I hurt him on every possible level. But my mom says this is exactly what the money is for, and I should bail now. Am I the asshole?
You want to hear what the white guy has to say on this shit? Or look at Brett's
Fuck
face.
no, no. I don't give a damn what nobody got to say. Let's get into it.
All
Let's
right.
get into it.
Let's preface it since I'm the guy now. Shorty, her husband made mid six figures, almost got killed at his job, couldn't work that job anymore, got 2 more full-time job in Ubers to keep their lifestyle intact. You know what I'm saying? But she sits every month takes 750, put it in a secret account because her mother told her that she needs escape money just in case her marriage goes bad. So they start struggling. Husband tells her, you think we should downsize? Because I'm really fucked up here. I'm tired. She goes, nah, nigga. I'll go back to work, but I'm not downsizing. And then he goes, They get into an argument. He looks over the finances, sees the 200 that she started taking out after he got hurt, and then they get into it. What do you think on that?
I think honestly, just from a top-down perspective, like just hearing that immediate reaction, the mom don't like the husband and she wanted her to leave. And now she was like, just set aside money so that whenever you do leave or whenever you do listen to me, you'll have some money set up to where you can just go. Even at the tail end, when she was like, the husband left, and the mom was like, see, I told you he was finna leave. He left because he found out about the money you told her to set aside. So you can't say that he's like overreacting or doing like he's reacting because of what you told the daughter to do. And now you're saying you need to get out of there right now. It sounds like to me that just sounds like the mom just don't like the husband. And she just like eventually y'all gonna break up anyways, but it's like she thinking, I don't know. Uh, daughter, I don't know. I can't say if the daughter doesn't like the husband or whatever. To be the victim in this situation is 100% definitely the husband. If you
100%.
go you work in a six-figure job, you're a stay-at-home wife with no kids, so you literally don't have anything to do but wash and keep shit clean. But if it's just the two of y'all, you shouldn't have that much to clean anyways. Um, he gets hurt. And granted, you do hold him down and pick up a part-time job and stick beside him and yada yada yada. And you even cut back on the rainy day fund, from 750 a month to 200 a month, still storing aside a little bit, cool, whatever. But when he finds out about it, you can't expect him to not get upset. Like, yo, I've given us this life. I'm working 2 jobs and Ubering on my off days. I'm giving this relationship everything I got to make sure that you stay happy and this house stays in the same, or you can keep living the same lifestyle that we're accustomed to. And now, if I tell you that this shit is killing me, it's literally killing me to keep this lifestyle up, and we need to downsize a little bit, even for her to be like, yo, downsizing not an option. Dick move on your part. I'll go back to working a part-time job. That shit ain't enough. Whatever you was doing, it ain't enough. Because I'm sure the lifestyle that was accustomed to living was when he was bringing in a mid six figure. When he say mid six figures to me, that sounds like 250,000.
That's what
at
I'm
least.
thinking. I'm thinking 250, 3,000, like 300.
Yeah,
250,
at least.
Yeah, 300,000.
So, for him to say downsize just so y'all can still live a comfortable life and he can still keep his health and mental and all that shit in check, you shouldn't have no issues with that. So, or if anything, pull from your fucking rainy day fund to help us keep this shit up.
I was thinking about this shit. When I first saw this, I was at work, and I was thinking about this shit. And I'm like, I saw one of the comments was like, she embezzled his money. Now, I'm not going to say that because he gave her the money to handle. You know what I mean? So they're going to say this is our money. Cool. I'll rock with that. You know what I mean? But what I am going to say is this lady's a bitch. 100%. Okay. And this nigga almost fucking died. He almost fucking died. They lost the lawsuit against the place, so they didn't get no settlement. So he's out here busting his ass so you can still chill at home and drink wine. She like this at the crib, nigga. Man, girl, you would never believe what happened on All My Children today. Nigga come in the house at 11:45 at night knowing he got to get back up at 6. Hey, honey. He said, hey, baby, I don't... And that day that he came and talked to her, it was killing him. It was killing him to go, like, I don't want to fucking seem less of a man. Like, but baby, like, can we downsize? She probably said, nah, nigga, we not gonna do that.
It's what you mean? What you mean? You talking about like a car, or like what we talking about here? Like sell one of the mini cars? I am interested in like the specifics as to what that lifestyle entail, like how many bedrooms the house got, how many cars, stuff like that.
I'm gonna say they eating good. Oh, I've looked at that shit. I don't care.
Yeah,
but my thing is this: she could have been a hero in his story, and I was telling Vedas she could have been a hero. All she had to do was this. Baby, I was putting some money aside from for a rainy day fund just in case we got into some trouble. So here's $15,000, just to help out a little bit. And then he would have been like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that." Blah blah. That would have turned the whole tide. But she didn't want to give this nigga. This is killing me. She didn't want to give this nigga none of her money, fam. So that shows me what a selfish bitch you are. You say you love this man. This man almost died doing this fucking job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like she shouldn't even really be entitled to that money because it's his money.
But they're gonna say because they married.
I know the legality behind it and whatnot, but it still is like I said, if she could have easily finessed this, but for you to even be like, my mom told me to put this money aside. So if we ever get divorced, I'll have a nice jump off. And also, if we do get divorced, I'm taking the house, I'm taking the car and shit anyways. So
she threw her mother under the bus, which she should have, because the mother's a bitch too. She comes from a bitch, so it sees that the genes and the traits pass down. But she threw her mother under the bus to kind of try to take the heat off of her. She could have easily stopped at $25,000. When he's working 2 jobs, instead of you taking fucking 200, how about you don't take anything? You're struggling. You're struggling, and you let this man.
Once he got hurt, then all that shit got to stop. Because at this point, do you care about the lifestyle you having? Like, even if you're going back to working a little funky ass part-time job, I'm sure if anything, if you was a stay-at-home mom, you probably ain't got no skills. Let's just keep it a bit. You probably ain't got no skills. You probably ain't got no transferable skills, none of that shit. So the part-time job you probably working, you making $10, $12 an hour. Will give you at most 10 to 20 hours a week. That ain't enough.
No.
Because for you to even be like, I'll go back to doing this, that ain't gonna cut it.
No, not at
Where
all.
I'm dying.
I'm out here
trying to keep this ship afloat.
I almost died. And that's what he got to be thinking. Man, I almost died for this bitch. This bitch been siphoning money off me because she about to like leave me. Now I can't trust you. Yeah. I don't even know how that marriage is going to be the same if it stays the same.
Yeah, like even if he does come back at this point, he's definitely gonna be like, "All right, you ain't handling finances no more," and then he's probably gonna be mad that she can't handle finances no more, and then they're gonna cause more infighting, and they're probably just gonna end up getting divorced anyways.
Well, I know that motherfucker when she told him how much money that she had. I know that nigga was like,
"Whore." You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Good working, fella. How's God blessing you?
Man. If we kept $47,000 when I've been working 2 jobs, and because for her to even say I went back to saving from $750 to $200 a month, that's what over the course of 2 years, that's $4,800. So she's been siphoning money from this dude for a while.
I did the math, right? So he got hurt at 5 years, so I did the math. $750 a month for 5 years. $45,000.
So she just recently cut back and started doing the $200.
She cut back when he got the other, yeah. And I know when that nigga came up to her, he was like, "Baby, I can't do this no more. We might need to downsize." She looked him in his face and said, "Survive." You know what I'm saying? You got a motherfucking survive.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not it.
And I don't even know how you can, like, anybody. I'm looking at the comments right now, and nobody is really on her side. He should get his money back. She's so conniving. Homes and spouses are replaceable, but your income isn't. I would hope he didn't sign a prenup to take back your money. He didn't prenup. I mean,
yeah.
She dropped her. She stole $47,000 from him. Wouldn't matter because she'd lose half of it anyway. She's about to put a down payment on a new crib or buy a new car. One bitch said yes, as in I guess she's the asshole.
Or she could be one of the sprinkles.
I don't even know what the fuck you talk about. What the fuck is that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, is that going to send me down a rabbit hole of anger?
It might. So we're not gonna worry about it.
I don't want to trash women as much as I have in the past, but y'all make it difficult. You know what I mean? How can how can anyone sit there and justify them stealing like $47,000 from this man? And you know what? I'll even go as far as to say she wasn't stealing it, cause he gave it, like, when you give somebody power over your finances, he loved it. I'm gonna say this. You know what he fucked up at? He loved this bitch too much. He loved her too much. To fucking give her the finances and all that shit. He loved her too much. To be like, all right, baby, you look after this shit, you do the books? No. You don't do that shit. Especially when you're making that much money. That's too much opportunity, too much temptation for a motherfucker to steal from you, B.
I feel like I've been hearing stuff like that a lot. Like, it's like when the dude is like the sole breadwinner and the wife just sits at home, is like, okay, it's like almost to give the wife something to do. It's like, okay, I'll just bring home the money. I'll just give you all the money that I make and let you divvy it up how you see fit.
Well, she did something right.
That's kind of crazy to me. If I earn that money, I'll be damned.
I need to see.
How hard is it to set up auto pay?
Bro. And I got a homeboy that when he was married, he combed through every single fucking transaction in his joint bank account. He called his wife up quick. Hey, bitch, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? Who you cash apping? Like, blah, 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 blah. What you doing? And I guess now you got to do shit like that because Lloyd Banks said it best. and it's one of nobody really fuck Lloyd Banks, but I understand he's a rapper. But it was profound what he said. He said a joint account will turn one bum to two bums. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be somebody irresponsible that's going to fucking do something crazy. Well, I saw these shoes and they were $600 and we had $800 in the joint account and I figured that would be alright. We would just have to cut back for a couple months. Bitch, you don't take them shoes back.
Facts. Quick. Expeditiously.
Bitch, you don't take them shoes back.
Matter of fact, get them to me. I'll take them back. And you
found
better
them
have kept the
on
receipt.
sale. I found them on sale. But yeah, man, that shit's crazy, man. Is she the asshole? I vote yes.